Hey, I'm live and a couple of things that I wanted to jam on today. But first, I'm using this new app to stream my stuff. So hopefully it's working. But if it's not working, then I'll find out later after I record the whole live, in which case I'll just remove the video. But it's all good. So I wanted to jam on a couple of things today. Mostly this idea of 2021, and I know I'm running a challenge right now, and that's been great, but I've been on a bunch of calls in the last couple of weeks with different entrepreneurs in different industries, and one of the recurring themes here is they haven't really mapped out the vision for what it is that they really want to do. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I'll get on a call like yesterday. I had a call with, I won't reveal his name. We'll just call him Joe. Okay. And I said, Joe, why do you want to do this business? And Joe he's another coach, but he's more of a life coach. We'll call it that for lack of a better term. I don't want to reveal his business. And he's like, well, my background is in occupational therapy, and, I just am pretty good at this or that. So I was like, okay, well, is that something that you really, really enjoy doing? Right. And he's like, well, not really. It was just the thing that it seemed like a good idea. And I'm like, well, it's a recipe for disaster when it comes to business. And you can use it, but not for these lifestyle businesses that I like to help people with. So it's probably not going to feel comfortable for him to start scaling and to start, really doing anything within the business that will lead to growth, right? Because all the little stuff has no purpose. So what I really want to convey on this live stream right now is when you kind of go through and you have your vision, ask yourself why you're really doing it. Right now, I had another call recently with a guy who he didn't really enjoy his business anymore, but his purpose, it didn't have anything to do with that. And the discussion we end up having is we're using his business to fuel his contribution, right? Which is great. So, and that call left on an amazing note because he's like, oh, I don't have to align my business with my purpose because I'm using it as a vehicle to then give to these other causes and stuff like that. Where a lot of people are saying you have to live your passion, live your purpose. You really don't. But if your why isn't strong enough behind it, there's not going to be any fuel there, and you're not going to wake up in the morning and get the stuff done that needs to get done to scale. So the vision and purpose, it requires some deep work for you to do. Okay. And like I said, I'm getting sick of seeing all the do this in 2021 because next week it's going to be gone and everybody's going to be back to exactly what they were doing. When you're talking about growing and scaling your business, sometimes you're just hitting the wall over and over and over again. Why? You had a vision when you started off. It's been a year. It's been a couple of years. It's cliche, but you gave up the 9 to 5 for the 5 to 9. Now you burn the candle at both ends. You never see your family or your spouse, your kids anymore. It's the classic tale, right? I've lived it. The reason you're not stepping out of that and you're doing all the things is because you're not in alignment with that vision and purpose. It means you are okay with never growing past where you're at right now. Or if you do want to, all it is talk, right? It's like when I used to be a gym owner and people would come in and they would tell me that they really, really wanted to lose weight. Okay. And then I would say, okay, great. Here are some suggestions for how to do exactly that, which you just told me your goal was, right? And then I would see them in a day or two or a week, and I would say something like, how'd that go for you? Oh, I didn't actually do any of what you said. Oh, Okay, so you don't actually want to lose weight. You just like the idea of talking about losing weight. It is the exact same thing in business. So the people that really wanted to lose weight, they showed up, they did the work, they ate what I suggested they eat. Same thing with this business thing. If you're stuck, right, and you're just living the same hamster wheel life over and over and over and over again, chances are your vision is not aligned with your purpose. Okay. So when you do this exercise and you get there, you got to create a big plan. Okay. If you've been at it a while, you need a 10-year plan. If you've been at it a little bit shorter, maybe 5, but at minimum a 1-year plan, and then reduce that into a 3-month plan. Only then will you reveal what actually needs to get done on a weekly and daily basis to get to that plan. And if you're having meetings with your team to discuss it weekly, you can iterate the strategy if need be. So there's a very, very big difference between a business that's doing 7 figures a year and 7 figures a month. And maybe you have no interest in doing that. Maybe you're on the opposite end of it and you're like, yeah, I've already been doing 8 figures a month, right? That doesn't matter. But the big plan to get to where you want to go in 12 months, in 3 months, in 1 week, in each day is what matters. If you're not in alignment with the vision and the purpose, it's never going to happen for you. It just simply will not. You're on the hamster wheel forever. So the whole point of me doing this live right now is really just to tell you guys how important taking the time to identify your true vision and your true purpose is, because only then can you reverse engineer the systems and processes to get you there. And getting there with systems and processes means finally getting free from that hamster wheel. Okay, that's my takeaway. That's my Teaching Tuesday, if you will. I hope everybody is off to a great week. If you were off for the last 2 weeks and you're back at it and you're crushing it, I'll see you in another video sometime in the distant future. Bye.